Please forgive me for my crude PowerPoint to talk about what Sweden brings to NATO. I'm actually quite the, quote, PowerPoint ranger, which is a term used in the military for like staff officers that know how to use PowerPoint really well, but didn't want to just dump a bunch of those skills into this because I really didn't want to spend a lot of time, and I wanted to get it out to you guys since within the next few weeks to months, Sweden will be joining NATO as Turkey has cleared the path for doing so. So let's get started. So within the Swedish Armed Forces, there's roughly 12,000 active duty personnel in the Army, 3,000 in the Air Force, and 5,000 in the Navy. They do have what's called a home guard, but it's like a National Guard system that has 22,000 active reservists who get their part-time military training. Sweden also has universal conscription, meaning that every year about 4,000 people, both men and women, are called up for military training annually. And so they have a pool of military trained civilians as well within their system. Moving on to equipment, big one everyone always asks up front, fighter jets. They have 96 active Gripen multirole fighters. They don't have a dedicated bomber, but the Gripen can attack ground units, and this is what it looks like. For attack helicopters, they don't have a dedicated attack helicopter either. However, they do have some modified HKP-15s that they've modified into an anti-tank role. So you can see it has missile systems on it, etc. Some of the equipment for conducting anti-tank attacks. They also have an NH-90, which is a larger helicopter for anti-submarine warfare. For tanks, they have 120 main battle tanks. I think that's pronounced Stridsvagn. I'm not sure. The Swedes can correct me on that, but they do have 120 of these main battle tanks. These are kind of a German design as well. In addition, for artillery, they have 40 Archer artillery systems. These are incredible artillery systems. If you ever saw the video I posted a long time ago where it was the setup, fire, 5 shots, and then leave the battlefield, it was incredibly fast. It is actually the fastest howitzer in the world from arrive on site, set up, fire, and then get moving after firing. So really impressive system. They have 5 Visby-Class Corvettes. These are very stealthy, very cool boats to counter Russian operations in and around the Swedish/Finnish territories. They have 2 of these, I think it's Gävle-class Corvettes. Gävle-class Corvettes. These are kind of being phased out. They were originally going to get 4 of them, but decided with 2 because I think they're going to have a more advanced system coming in the future. They have 3 Gotland-class submarines, which patrol in and around the North Sea / Baltic Sea region to provide capability for NATO. This is a huge capability that will help out. And then one of their biggest things is, if you notice here, this is kind of a joke here, Lake NATO. The Baltic Sea has become Lake NATO. I mean, with Sweden being there, it is with Sweden, Finland, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, Poland. These are all, to enter this region, you have to cross multiple NATO allies. And so you have Kaliningrad down here, and then Belarus over here, and it's just a cool meme because, I mean, yeah, this 4D chess that Putin seems to be playing, and they keep saying 4D chess because that's something that the idiot Russian supporters were saying in the beginning when Putin was losing the war in Kharkiv and Kherson, that they were just playing 4D chess. So here's your 4D chess. The entirety of the Baltic Sea is surrounded by NATO. They're Russia. So that's what Sweden brings to the table. Really great capabilities, really great fighters. They have a really capable aircraft. They're going to integrate into NATO really well, and they already do train as a NATO partner. Now they're an alliance member, and it'll be a really good system for countering Russian aggression, especially when they can respond rapidly to any kind of Baltic Sea aggression from the Sea of Bothnia or the Gulf of Bothnia and move into any kind of naval fight, integrate it with NATO, integrate air power, the artillery fires, etc. So really glad to have them in NATO, and it's going to be excellent seeing them on the training exercise battlefield.